Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you how to fleek the liner first time. I have done a tutorial on liner before, but it's a little bit dated and it's not the same steps as I follow now, so I thought I would do an updated tutorial on how to get just beastin' winged liner really. Yeah, if you'd like to see how I created this eye look, stay tuned. I have already prepped my eye with Layin Low paint pot, Layin Low paint pot from MAC. It's just the super peachy one that I always use, and then from the original chocolate bar palette I've set the product with white chocolate, which is just the lightest shade in the palette. And yeah, now we're going to go on top with salted caramel just here, just to start creating nice depth. My MAC brush is still dirty from Halloween, so we're using a different brush today. This is the Sigma tapered blending brush. I do like it. It's not as good as the MAC one, but Sigma brushes are obviously really good price, so yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. So we're just using that salted caramel shade in the crease, start building that up, and then as always I kind of make it slightly darker just in here. Now obviously we are focusing on liner today, so I'm not putting as much shadow as I usually do. Not as dark, if you know what I mean. And then I'm just using the side of the brush to place that in the crease, and then making the blush a little bit more flat to my face just to help that blend. I'm going to go in with the shade Marzipan now, just here, as my brow highlight, which is actually a lot more goldy than usual, but I'm quite tan today. And I'm just using my Smith 256 brush for this. Nice and precise, nice and flat, and that just creates that nice highlight. I'm going to go in with my Smith 232 brush and the shade Milk Chocolate, which is just here. And I'm going to slightly darken that crease a little bit, not too much though. I don't want it too dark. And then because we've got that shimmery highlight on already, it actually makes everything really easy to blend. A wee bit too easy. I feel like I'm cheating. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Smith 256 brush again and the shade Marzipan again, the same as the brow highlight, and I'm just going to do a nice wash of that on the lid. I think doing this just makes everything a little bit more neutral, a little bit more natch. So it is really shimmery actually, this look, compared to what I usually do. Usually I stick with my mattes, but yeah, I was just feeling that getaway this morning. Now for the liner part. So like I said, I had a tutorial. It was one of my really early on tutorials in my YouTube career, and I was showing you guys how to do liner with tape. So tape works great. It's fine to do it on yourself. There's a little bit of push and pull whether you can use tape on clients and things like that. So tape is slowly but surely kind of getting put to the side. So this is a super easy way, and it's less faff, it's less difficult. And all you need is a concealer and a little angle brush. So the concealer I'm using is MAC NW20 Studio Finish Concealer, so it's a very recognisable little pot. And the brush I'm going to use is the Zoeva. This has been rubbed off because I use it so much. I'm sure this is the brow line brush. I'll link it down below anyway. And it's just a really, really tiny firm angle brush. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to get a tiny little bit of this concealer, so I just go straight in and I just go boop, 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 boop. Okay. Obviously I've done this eye already. I just wanted to make sure that this technique still worked for me and things like that before showing you guys, and it does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at myself in the mirror. So say I'm looking in the mirror, have a look at where this angle's going. Obviously this is easier to do when you're doing both your eyes at the same time. So obviously I think you guys back at home will be doing this on both eyes. Also, this is a nice tip for clients as well. Look at yourself, make sure that you're getting your lines the kind of same angle, and then you go in with your angle brush with the concealer. And you just draw. So see, can you see that line? All I've done, it looks like I've actually cleaned up my eyeshadow, which actually looks quite nice. But what I'm actually doing is I'm tracing my line, and because this concealer is slightly lighter than my skin tone, I can really see it. And then all I need to do now is follow this concealer line with my eyeliner. So the eyeliner I'm going to use is my Kat Von D Trooper. This is my favourite liner of all time. I personally like to start in the inner corner, so I just get my liner. I always find it easier to look down into a mirror, not with my eye closed, but with it slightly open. my slightly open and I'm just going along the lash line. I make it a little bit thicker in the inner corner. So I've got a nice line right along my lash line, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace, I'm going to follow that concealer line all the way up to match, so it's just pretty much where the end of my brow is. So this is quite a long flick, you don't need to do it this long, but I always kind of do mine quite long, so. I'm going to make it slightly thicker just here. And then a good thing is if you make a mistake, so it's a little bit feathered at the end, which I'm not happy about, you can just go back in with your concealer brush and you can go in at the end and just neaten that up. And then what you can do is you can just kind of play around. Obviously my lashes make a huge difference in this look, so as soon as the lashes go on, I'll know if it's looking okay or not, but I'm looking in the mirror and it's looking fine. I'm going to pop some mascara on now, so I'm going to use my Tarteist mascara, which is just black, to create nice full looking lashes. And I'm going to focus extra mascara on the bottom lashes. The lashes I'm using today are the Huda Beauty Farah lash. They are just really lovely lashes. I wear them quite a lot. I just find a new little set, so I am happy. And I'm using the dual glue that I always use, the green brush on glue. It's not green, the letters are green. You know the script, you know the drill. So with liner, I just think there's a lot of playing around with it. There's a lot of kind of neatening up, and then this concealer trick honestly really works for me. It just means that you know that you're not going to be leaving with woo liner. And then once you're finished, you can just kind of blend away the concealer. I don't even really need to blend it away in this case because I didn't use too much. But yeah, it's just the easiest thing ever, and it means that if you're like me and you like to do your kind of foundation first these days, then putting tape on to get your liner would just take that foundation right off again. So just a little bit better. And then to pop this lash on, I'm going to use my Tarteist lash applicator, my favourite thing ever, if you didn't already know. And that is the finished look, you guys. If you're wondering about my lipstick, I am wearing Fortune by Tarte. It's one of their new lip paints. And if you're wondering how I do my brows, I can link down below my latest brow tutorial using soap. That is exactly what I've done today, but I did trim my brow hair so it doesn't look so... As always, you guys, I'll link everything I use down below. If you try out this trick and it works for you, please do let me know on Twitter or Instagram or any of those good things. And I'll see you next time with another tutorial. Bye!